guys, it's breyerandwolflover and welcome back to another video. And if you can't tell, today I'm doing something very different. I'm doing a behind the scenes thing, jiggy mabobbers of my original Breyer Horse series, Faith and Hope. And in today's video, we're doing a set of my tours. Oh my god, did I really just say that? A set of my tours. Children, this is why you stay in school. I'm going to give you a tour of my sets. And this was requested a bunch of times to do behind the scenes stuff, so I'm doing it now, I guess. And before I get started, I'm not going to be doing tours of the sets that are in future episodes, because obviously those are just going to be spoilers and I can't show you those. So I'm just going to be showing you the sets that I've filmed with in the previous episodes. So just to give you like a size comparison of this set, I just brought in Elvis Presley's bear, or Aveline, which is the main character, and this is just like a just a size comparison as to how big the set is. Those are the walls, and then there's just the floor. Now, originally in the Faith and Hope series, I actually have finished filming Faith and Hope. But the thing is, I was really bad at filming back then, so I went back and I refilmed everything, which is why it's taking so long to get out, because I haven't pre-filmed. I mean, the whole series isn't pre-filmed like it was before, so I'm refilming everything, which is why production's a lot slower. But in Aveline's room in the previous episodes looks nothing like this. In fact, I will insert a little clip of what Aveline's room looked like in the old Faith and Hope, and it's completely different. The walls are a lot shorter, so it was a lot harder to film with model horses, because the walls would be like the same exact height as them, so it was hard to get good camera angles. And there was none of this furniture in here. It was just completely different. The walls weren't red, and I decided to paint them red because the colors of the Elonian Kingdom, the house colors I guess you could say, are red, black, and gold. If you can't tell, that's kind of what the color theme has been throughout the episodes. So I just completely redid it, and here I will insert a clip of what it looked like before. So as you can see, it was completely horrible. Her bed was like purple and it was just terrible. And the carpet or the floor is still the same. It's still a fur because I liked that. I decided to keep it. But the walls are different. They're completely different and they're painted a different color. And I really, really like the way Aveline's room came out. Now, Aveline's room is obviously, it's the most important set throughout the whole series, because obviously this is where she spends most of her time. And not only that, but it is the most detailed set throughout the whole series. There's so much detail in this, in her room, and I'm going to give you a close-up of everything, tell you what is in it exactly, and all of that. So this is Aveline's bed. And basically how I made this is this, I guess you could say her comforter, I guess, but her blanket is basically a cut out blouse. I had like this blouse and I decided to cut it out and make it into like her little blanket, and it looks really nice. I really like the way it came out. And then underneath, this is just a scarf, and then underneath that I have a bunch of books and everything to make it come off of the floor and not make it like on the floor like her last bed was. And so I really like the way this came out. It came out very nicely. And then her pillow, I guess, it's literally a leg warmer, but I folded it into a way to where it looks like a pillow. And I just spit on my camera. Oh my god, why? Next to Aveline's bed, we have this little, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a little basket, I guess? I don't even know. But it just has a bunch of little clothes in it and stuff. It has some jewels, and it has a scarf, and just a lot of stuff. Hint, hint, spoilers, I guess. A lot of this stuff in here you're going to see in future episodes. Just a hint, hint. And then next to that we have the shelf. And this shelf, I made it, it's made out of just popsicle sticks, and I planed it, oh my god. I painted it with acrylics, and it's just black acrylic paint. And it just covers up this corner because this corner, it has like this ugly hole right there. You see that in the wall? The walls just don't come together very nicely, so I just use this to put in a corner, that way you can't see at all. But on the shelf, you've probably seen this in the first episode of season 2, but we just have this little pine cone, a little acorn thing, some books, another acorn, and a little fuzzy horse thing. And then here we just have this bag thing, I guess, even though it's wood, it's not like fabric, but whatever. And next to that, we have the famous mirror. Well, it's not very famous. And then we just have a picture of a mare and her foal, and then a picture of Aveline and Bear. Friendship goals, am I right, guys? And then the floor is just this fur. It's just literally just fur. It's not real fur, don't worry. I'm not that cruel. I just got it at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was a really nice touch. Overall, I really like Aveline's room. I really like the way it came out the second time I redid it. And it came along very nice. And so basically how I made this is also not just a tour of my sets, but it's kind of a tutorial on how to make them. So basically I got all my props and everything from various places. I told you kind of how I made the bed. I improvised with the bed a little, and then a lot of the stuff, like the stuff on the walls, like the picture I got from Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. And then the actual walls, what I did is I got a cardboard, a huge freaking cardboard thing from Walmart, and I just cut it up. I took measurements and I cut it up, and I made sure that it was tall enough to film with my model horses, and I just painted it all red with acrylic paint. If you're going to make sets, do not paint it with watercolors. Do not do that. Use acrylic. It's just gonna make your life easier. When in doubt, just use acrylic. And that's pretty much how I made her room. And the floor underneath the fur is a foam board, because that was from the last set and I decided to keep it. And so the floor is like this foam board, but the walls are cardboard. So I guess that is pretty much it for Aveline's room / tour / tutorial thingy, jiggy my bobber. So now I guess we will move on to the next set. Now this next thing is, I actually forgot to put it into the, I forgot to do it with Aveline's room, but this is part of Aveline's room, and it's just her door, and my camera won't zoom in any closer because I'm really far away. But this is Aveline's door, and the reason why this isn't even painted because I don't ever film with the wall. I just do really close. I do a lot of really close-ups. That doesn't make sense. I do a lot of close-ups on Aveline's door, so you never really see the unpainted cardboard. As you can see in previous episodes, whenever I do clips of her door, it's really close up. But on the other side, it is painted, and here is just a little, it's just a little wall I use. It's not connected to Aveline's room, because if it were connected, it'd be hard to film, because instead of 3 walls, there would be 4 walls all the way around. And that's the mistake I made last time. When I had Aveline's room, I made 4 walls all the way around, so it was hard to film. And if you hear a noise in the background, it's just because my air just turned on, so I'm sorry. I'm too lazy to go turn it off, and it's actually really freaking hot in here. So yes, and on the other side of the wall, it is painted red. So this is just the other side. It looks really huge on camera. That's just because there's just a one door there. And so yeah, that's just the wall. And when I'm filming inside of Aveline's room, like if there's a horse going out into the hall, in the main hall in the castle, this is pretty much what you see. It's just the door, and of course I had to paint it red because I don't always do close-ups of this shot. I do close-ups of the other shot. And if you're wondering where I got the door from, I got it from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure how much it was. And then the wall, same thing, it's just cardboard I got from Walmart, and I just painted it with acrylic red. Now the next set I have to show you is actually not a very, it's not a set I use very much. It's basically the Scott's Inn, which was, I think, in season 1, episode 9, or season 2, episode 1, I can't exactly remember. But this is just when the storm is coming and they have to take shelter and they go to this inn, and yeah. So this set isn't used at all for the rest of the series, it's just used one time. and it doesn't even have flooring. There you can just see my dresser thing. But it is really short. I messed up on that. That's why the camera angles aren't that good in that particular scene, because it's really short. But basically also how I made this was same thing with the cardboard. Just got it from Walmart, cut it out. And then to make the brick wall texture, I just looked up brick wall textures on YouTube. And I printed them out full page and I just stick them on there and we were good to go. Now here is the door that you saw, and it's obviously very poorly cut out because it's all showing and see-through. But same thing, I just printed this off from Google, and the door I also printed off from Google. And I just cut out the shape, I sticked it on there, and voila, it moves. And it looks really bad like up here because it gets all wrinkly whenever you open it, but you never actually saw that. You just saw it from the bottom like that when the horses walk in. So yeah, that is just the wall that I used. Now lastly, what I have to show you is just these walls. These are the castle walls, which you see a lot. This one is just this really small wall. I never even use it. It's like the size of a tile in your house. It's just a really small wall I use in case of emergency or something. And then these are the long ones. Here is one of the long ones. And then here's another one of the long ones, which you see a lot in the eating room and throughout the castle. And then here's another one. Looks like this. And yeah, so the same thing. I just I used cardboard, and I looked up brick wall textures, and I found this one, and it looks really nice because the castle is red brick. And so yeah, that is pretty much it. Now, I guess that is a wrap for this first episode of Faith and Hope Behind the Scenes, where I show you a tour of my sets. I finally said it right. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any more questions about my sets, because I will gladly answer them. And also comment down below other suggestions you have for this little mini-series. And by that I mean make suggestions of what you would like to see next behind the scenes, because I'm actually really kind of excited to do this. I think it's kind of fun. And yes, don't forget to stay gold and don't forget to subscribe, my beautiful lovers, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out, homies. How you get so fly? Guys, this set is actually really heavy, and I don't know why. It's really heavy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that was a workout. Yeah, guys, doesn't my outfit match perfectly? It matches so beautifully. I think I should be America's Next Top Model. Wait, no, that was really wrong. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.